Hey guys, welcome back to Sarah's Vegan Kitchen. I'm Sarah.
I'm Eric.
And today we're going to be tasting a bunch of different vegan butters and letting you know which ones we think are worth your money. So we've got it in the sack here. It's got to at least be like over 10 pounds of butter, right? Feel this.
Oh my god.
And this isn't even all of them, okay? There's a couple that I couldn't find in stock, but this is going to be the first of a great many category-specific taste tests we're going to be uploading to the channel over the next couple weeks. And I'm going to have a matching guide on my blog linked down below in case you want to use that as a resource without having to watch the entire video again. So let's just jump right in. We're going to be using, I wanted the plainest thing possible to use as a carrier for the butter, so this is just a chopped up baguette.
There's also nothing better than just plain bread.
Bread and butter.
And butter.
I want to go OG here because we went vegan in like 2015, right? Both of us. And this was the only kind of vegan butter I remember at the time. And I always used to love baking. So I've purchased a lot of Earth Balance in my life. It comes in sticks, comes in a spread, and there's a bunch of different varieties of the spread too. There's like soy-free, there's an organic, there's like a European variety.
Which I don't know what that means.
I have no idea. Probably fancier, presumably fancier.
Will you scooch in with me a little bit?
Yeah.
I want the butter goddess to be...
Butter goddess.
That's you.
I love that. Oh, so we've let these kind of sit out at room temperature for about 20-ish minutes just to soften up and be nice and spreadable. And we're gonna go in.
Almost got shanked there.
I'm gonna put a hefty amount so that the taste of the butter really shines through.
Let's get a crust sound. Ready? Right up to the microphone.
It's very salty. Okay. Extremely salty.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. I
like Earth Balance a lot.
This is like your default, right? If you were left to your own devices, you'd probably buy this.
I might buy Melt, which we'll get to. That's in the sack. It's exceptionally buttery and very smooth and very salty.
Right.
And it's just great.
So I'll say the pros of this, it's pretty widely available. You can find this at most grocery stores. Pretty affordable. Some of the vegan butters you'll see are extremely expensive.
Miyoko's.
Very bougie. So I think this is pretty good.
Yeah. A+.
A+. That doesn't leave very much room.
Okay, A.
Okay, let's try this one. This is just the one that I reached in and grabbed. It's by Simple Truth Organic, which is like the Kroger organic brand. This is their salted, plant-based, buttery spread.
Now, everything Simple Truth, the Kroger brand, has made, like in the vegan realm, has been really good so far, right? Like their cookie dough that we have. I feel like everything's always a hit, usually with them. So I have high hopes. That
being said, it looks a little weird. Looks a little greenish.
Smells buttery.
Yeah? So Kroger, widely available again, very affordable as well compared to some of the other options. Oh, should I be palate cleansing?
I think so. I'll do the same. What are you drinking?
I have chai. I actually Googled what's the best palate cleanser.
I thought it was like lemons.
Yeah. Apparently the French use like lemon sorbet to cleanse.
I'm drinking pomegranate kombucha because I thought about the lemon thing, acidic. So it's kind of acidic. So I figured it might have the same effect.
Okay.
Who knows? I'm gonna go butter side down.
Not as good as Earth Balance. Tastes a little plasticky, like a little synthetic.
Tastes like sunflower seeds to me.
I wonder if there is any. There's beans in this. The top ingredient is butter beans.
Really?
That's so strange. I think a majority of these are just mostly oil-based, coconut oil. Some of them are like cashew-based.
There's sunflower oil and sunflower lecithin.
That is the flavor, I think.
Yeah? I don't know how I taste that, though. It almost tastes like a butter cream cheese hybrid.
Yeah?
It's like, I think the beans make it a little cheesy. I mean, I put a ton of butter on that to taste it, so it's good. It's good. Buy it. If it's there, I'd buy it.
But given the choice between this and Earth Balance?
Earth Balance.
I agree. Let's try another one that's now pretty widely available. Country Crock now makes vegan butter. They actually have a lot of different varieties too. So I have the avocado oil one. They have an olive oil one, an almond oil one, and I have the sticks because I bake a lot with this. But they also come in spread form, which is cool. Lots of options.
And we have this in the house often.
Yeah.
I'm excited to eat it on bread.
I mostly just buy this because it goes on sale quite often. I can find it at our local Kroger. And I also just really like the convenience of having it in sticks because it's like a standard half cup stick and I bake all the time. So it's very soft.
It's less salty, I think, than the Earth Balance. Smoother. Like creamier.
This just tastes like... So, when I was a child,
Butter?
we'd store our open sticks of butter in like a little glass butter dish, and I would sneak in and just like take my finger and eat little pieces of butter.
You would.
So this just tastes like regular, like, not fancy... like Tillamook butter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like very basic. It is salted, so if you're using this to bake, I would definitely decrease the amount of salt in the recipe or maybe omit it altogether. But I mean, it's good.
Now, this might just be what Country Crock real butter tastes like. Because isn't Country Crock butter like not fancy butter? Isn't
think
it?
so.
I thought it was like margarine.
I think it is.
Honestly.
I think you're right.
But I also thought margarine wasn't actually butter and it's vegan because it's just oil.
I think some of it is, and some of it contains like whey or, you know.
I don't know if it's just the salt factor that makes me like the Earth Balance more.
Right.
But
I definitely think so.
This might be better though, because it's creamy. I like it. It's creamy and smooth, and I like that about it.
Right. But so I guess it just kind of depends. It's way more convenient to buy sticks if you're going to be baking, but
it's also less salty. So if you want to bake, A, it's in stick form, and B, it's less salty.
yeah.
So
I didn't buy the olive oil and the almond oil ones to try. I'm sure the olive oil one tastes a little bit different, but let us know if you've tried it down below. What?
it might melt onto the floor.
Oh my God. Remember when Melvin ate a stick of butter?
I do.
That's the butter he ate.
So Melvin gives it 10 out of 10.
I forgot to mention at the very beginning, we are located in the United States, specifically Colorado, so not all of these things might be available where you are. And if you are located somewhere else and you have any other favorites that we don't have in the States, leave a comment down below, give us your recommendations, and maybe anyone else who lives where you do and is scrolling through can be helped by your opinion.
And assisted by your words.
Yes. Okay, this is the classic Miyoko's. This has like been on the scene for a couple of years, and it was very exciting the first time I was able to find it in stores. I think the first place I was able to find it was Trader Joe's. The packaging has changed. I haven't purchased this in a while because it is a little bit more expensive. I think, so this is 8 ounces, and I think I paid over $5 for it, okay? So
we're talking like $10+ a pound.
Right. But it's like everything Miyoko's Creamery makes, it's like very high quality ingredients, minimal ingredients. It's an actual cultured product, primarily coconut oil, cashews, and sunflower oil. Have you tried this stuff?
I don't know. Oh, it does have measurements though.
So you can bake with this. It's good.
Miyoko's is very hit or miss with me. I really like their spreadable cheeses. I don't like their slices of cheeses.
No.
So I don't know where this is gonna land. Love dairy without cows. Another side of the packaging says spread compassion like butter. So marketing, 10 out of 10.
It's very soft.
Are you leaving all your crusts down there?
I'm leaving all of my remnants here. I'll eat them at the end, but I don't want to get too full and have that like cloud my judgment. Do you know what I mean?
We're going for a hike later. We need carbs.
Yeah, we really do.
And butter.
Okay, ready? It's quite tart.
It's definitely cultured. This is gross, but I'm gonna do it.
I think we should be doing it actually.
Does have like a tart freshness to it.
See, I think if I tried this, or if you gave this to someone at a party or something, it doesn't scream vegan to me.
I think any
You
of
know what I mean?
these, maybe with the exception of the Simple Truth so far, if you just gave, you could pass off as.
If I were assembling like a charcuterie board for a party, I'd probably go with this one.
Yeah.
Rather than like Earth Balance.
It's definitely fancy. This also kind of has a cream cheesy flavor.
You
Not
think
a
so?
texture, though. The texture is very much buttery.
I think this one's my favorite
Really?
flavor-wise. However, I don't know if the price always is justified for what I typically use butter for, which
That's
is,
a good point.
for us, we usually just use it to saute, and then I bake with it sometimes.
For me, personally, I'm a very frugal man. It's in my genes. Well, another thing to consider is that Sarah and I we both like some fine foods, but at the core of our souls,
Just garbage.
we're very trashy, which is not a bad thing to other trashy people out there. That's why Earth Balance is still my favorite, because it's just like a cheap, salty block of vegan butter. And that's what I'm into.
And you gotta give Miyoko some credit for being one of the first, like, pioneers on the scene when it comes to vegan dairy products. Okay. Now, we actually have another one by Miyoko.
We do?
Yeah. So, Whole Foods the other day, I saw tubs of Miyoko's, and she has an oat milk butter spread. There's a plain salted one, and there's also a garlic parm one.
Oh.
I'm sure the garlic parm is fantastic. I didn't buy it because I felt like it would be an unfair comparison.
It would be. Oh, right.
So
that
here's
one.
this. Cultured vegan butter, made with oat milk. It's got a hint of salt. There's Miyoko with a little cow here.
Wait, is it an actual
Cute.
photo?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Another thing I've been forgetting to comment on that I think some people will find of interest is whether or not the butter contains palm oil. And I know that Miyoko does not use palm oil in her products, at least her butter.
First ingredient, sunflower oil.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
This like has the texture of a softened brie,
Oh, yeah, it
right?
does.
It's very, I don't know, creamy.
Thick.
No. It tastes like the Simple Truth one.
This tastes more like sunflower than the other one. I like it a lot. You can tell it's like good and high quality, and it's delicious, but it tastes like sunflower seed flavored butter.
But to me, I feel like sunflower oil sometimes tastes, like I said before, like plastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's not terrible. Probably not worth the price again for me. And
sure-
I'd much rather have the other one.
That's true. I'm sure if you cooked with it, it probably would taste fine,
Yeah.
but plain, not really too buttery.
I do like the idea of supporting this brand, though. Let's do another mainstream vegan butter. This is Melt. This has been around for a while, too. I only see it in tubs now, but I have, like years ago, I was able to buy the sticks, and I can't find them anymore.
This is a staple in our house.
Yeah, because you can find it at most every grocery store. Goes on sale pretty often, and it's good.
Sustainable, ethical palm fruit oil.
Right, they have Rainforest Alliance certified palm oil, which, take that as you may.
This is yellow and buttery. It smelled like butter from here.
Very soft. This is melted a lot.
A little artificial buttery flavor.
It's weirdly fruity.
I need to see what's happening here. In comparison. I need to know if it's actually better.
You like this better? Earth Balance?
I might. This tastes a little artificial. It tastes a little like
Movie theater butter?
movie theater butter, exactly. Yep.
I mean, that's a positive to me.
If you want to melt butter and put it on popcorn, use that. It's not bad by any means. I would spread that on bread and eat it
Yeah.
all night long.
I like it. I'll keep buying it.
Yeah.
For me, it's just going to come down to like whatever happens to be on sale is what I usually buy.
Yeah.
All right. I really don't know if this brand makes anything else of consequence. Pureblends avocado oil plant-based butter, certified vegan. I found this at Kroger. Right, so I think I actually reviewed this on my product review Instagram.
Great butter swirl. If you can see that. I'm going to take the swirl off the top. Maybe. I have a feeling this one's going to be good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. No. Tastes like vegetable oil.
Mm-hmm.
Salty vegetable oil.
But not salty enough.
Not good.
It's a little bland. Good texture. I like it. It's creamy.
I mean, this would be good to cook with, I think.
Yeah.
Saute with.
That's a good point. If you want to saute something and you want like a little more butteriness instead of using like olive oil or something, would this be a good choice?
I think so. And it's mostly oil. There's no like pureed nuts or anything in there. Because, you know, sometimes the butters that have a lot of nuts, they don't, they brown really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And like they separate when you're cooking with them.
The first ingredient's water in that, actually.
Yeah, and you can
which is
tell because
interesting.
it's very soft.
It's very loose. I'm going to go ahead and say next.
Yeah.
Not my first, second, third, fourth, fifth choice.
We only have a few left.
Really?
So here's a really bougie one that I found at Whole Foods. I believe this was like $6 for 8 ounces. It's by Milkadamia. It's their buttery spread. It's salted. It says bada bing, bada bloom on there.
Bada bing, bada bloom?
Yeah.
No palm oil, ever. Have we had their beverages?
Yeah, they make macadamia nut milk. And I love macadamia nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They're addictive. Remember when I bought a bag of rancid
I was
macadamia?
just gonna say, do you want to tell them about it? We went to Sprouts. We were at the bulk section. I bought a bag of macadamia nuts to put in a homemade trail mix I was concocting. And Sarah ate like half of the bag. She was like, I'll buy you more. And I'm like, I don't care when she does that. I think it's cute. But she like ate half of it and she was like, I'll just buy you more. And I was like, totally fine. So like 2 days later, we go back to Sprouts. She gets another bag of macadamias. I'm like, oh, thank you, babe. We stick our hands and eat it. Every single one of them is rancid. And macadamias are expensive. So it was just like a waste of money and nuts. Every single one of them was terrible.
We could have gone back and asked for, I don't know. I don't do that.
Like, yeah. Just hit him over the head with a bag of nuts.
Right. All this to say, we've tried their macadamia nut milk before, and even though I love macadamia nuts, I didn't think it was the best. Definitely not worth the price, in my opinion.
Okay.
They also make coffee creamers, which I have yet to try, but maybe those are a little better.
Is the first ingredient macadamia nuts?
Macadamia nut oil? Macadamia oil blend.
Coconut oil, canola oil, macadamia nut oil. Sunflower? Everything's gonna taste like sunflower to me. I like that.
It's good. Right?
I don't taste macadamia. It tastes very balanced to me. Do you taste the sunflower too, or am I like hypersensitive and I didn't know till just now?
I can definitely taste a nut in there. I don't know if I would have...
Undisclosed nut.
I don't know if I would have been able to identify that it's macadamia nuts. Also, have we talked about this? Have you watched the movie Life Size with Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks?
That sounds like a movie I'd watch.
Maybe. You watched Love Actually and I hadn't, so...
Love Actually is a great film, and it's worth 3 hours.
The premise is a Barbie doll, comes to life. And there's a scene where she's just at a restaurant and there's complimentary bread and butter. And obviously she's never eaten food before because she's a doll. And she starts like just eating the butter packets.
That's one way to do it.
I like this.
I like it too.
The packaging really does it for me too.
It's really nice. I like Miyoko's packaging a lot too. This was also expensive, you said?
I think it was $5 or $6.
Okay, so this is a sometimes treat, depending on your budget. Leave a comment down below how much you make, your annual salary, and we'll recommend the best butter at your price point.
We'll make a survey. You just enter your email and we'll send you the results. All right, we've got 2 more left.
That's it?
We're in the home stretch.
2 more?
Califia Farms. Avocado oil plant butter with sea salt, made with coconut oil.
If you've watched some of our other taste tests, I don't know if we've ever had luck with Califia Farms. Is that fair to say?
Some of their coffee drinks are good.
What's this one made out of?
Avocado and coconut oil, but it's also got...
Tiger nut paste.
Is that a selling point? I don't know what that is.
Coconut oil, avocado oil, tiger nut, and sunflower seed oil.
This is another expensive one. I found it at Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Oh, it really does.
Here,
That's got that movie theater butter
Let me spread you a little.
aroma. It's very dark in color.
It's very
as well.
yellowy.
See,
It didn't spread nicely.
I don't know what a tiger nut is, but
I'll show you.
it's got to be something. It's got to be something fancy, right?
I don't taste it.
Oh, That's weird. There's weirdness in this.
I don't taste it. Oh, who are we going to give all this butter to? Our neighbors?
Yeah.
We walk over wearing masks and gloves. Hello, I know there's a global pandemic. Would you like some vegan butter?
They're like, no.
It's like mostly bland, but when you do taste it, it's weird. It's not bad, but I wouldn't buy it over any of the other ones so far, I don't think.
No.
Can we, at the end, pick our top 3? Do you think we're able to do that?
This reminds me of something.
Garbage?
Moving along. I believe this also comes in an olive oil formula. Maybe that's better. Doubtful.
It's not, like, awful. It's usable.
Debatable. The last one is by the Forager project. Organic dairy-free buttery plant-based butter alternative. Spread with Peruvian salt. That was
now
hard.
That is some fancy stuff. How expensive is this one?
All of the ones we just tried are bougie.
Okay.
All from Whole Foods. I like their cashew yogurt.
So this one... Oh, wait. They make the drinkable yogurt I like.
Oh.
I like it enough where I drink half a bottle and then let it go bad. I can't ever get
really
through.
not
I can't get through a whole one.
You're not selling it.
It's not Forager, it's me.
This is a little more firm than the others.
And very, very white. I like that.
This reminds me of something very specific. And it's related to... It's something that you would smell in a pet store.
Like pets?
It's like... It tastes bad.
Earth Balance, they're the same serving size. Earth Balance has 105 milligrams of sodium per tablespoon. Having tasted this, guess how much this has? 15. Peruvian salt is on the label. They're touting the kind of salt they use, and they barely put any in. And it makes it taste kind of bland. And I know that's like a little mean to say with that tone, but it's true. You're going to tout your salt, your fancy salt that you use, and you're going to put a smidge in it? It's not salty enough. It tastes like...
This tastes like the way that the bird aisle smells at Petco.
I don't get that.
It's terrible.
I don't think it's terrible. I think it needs salt. Peruvian salt, if anything. It tastes like butter-flavored LaCroix. Because it's like, you know how LaCroix, it's just seltzer water?
Just a tease.
Yeah, with like the tiniest hint of the flavor. This is the butter version of that. It's like, okay, the texture's there, whatever, but it's like just the bitty of salt. I mean, of butter. And salt. Forager, try again.
Or don't, just... You don't have to be good at everything.
That's true. Your yogurt's good. Not good enough to drink a whole bottle, but it's good.
All right, so, favorites.
Are we, is that it? Are we
Don't
out?
take the bread away.
Oh.
This is really hard. We'll lay out all the ones that are not no's first.
And then we'll narrow it down.
No.
Here.
I like this.
I like the Miyokos too.
Melt.
Of course.
This is a no for me. Amongst all of these,
I agree.
would not buy.
Who needs knives? Why am I going to pretend like I need the knife?
This is also a no for me, although maybe someone who has a specific allergy to a different kind of oil might like this.
Oh, it's this one.
Oat-based. No.
Oh, that was the tiger nut. It gets hard to remember.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
These are our tops.
These are our favorites.
Now let's narrow it down. So we have Melt, Earth Balance, Country Crock, Milkadamia, and Miyoko's. These are my 2 favorites.
I have to say, I've been avoiding Earth Balance because the last time I bought it regularly was a couple years back before there were a bunch of different options. And I didn't like the flavor then. I think I made croissants with it, and the croissants tasted vegetable oily. Maybe they have reformulated since then, I'm not sure, but it's good. Definitely if you're going to use it as a spread for toast or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if their sticks taste the same, though. I'd say these 3 are probably tied for me because they're all accessible, they're all fairly affordable, they go on sale pretty frequently. This just has the edge because I like the sticks better than I remember liking the Earth Balance sticks.
In summation, we have Earth Balance, Melt, and Country Crock for your
everyday butter needs.
Your more ubiquitous, affordable options.
If you want to be bougie and, you're hosting guests, you're making a cheese and cracker bread fruit platter.
You want to show off that you can spend $7 on butter.
I like these.
I
These
agree.
are my favorite. You agree with me?
I agree with you.
Are there any on which we disagree?
I don't think the Simple Truth one is terrible.
I guess I don't like sunflower oil.
But I'd buy these first.
I've bought that a couple times, but I think it's just because I typically just use butter to... Like, I usually just saute with it if it's in a tub. So I probably didn't taste the sunflower oil for that. There was one more that I wasn't able to get my hands on. I can't believe it's not butter makes a vegan spread. Couldn't find it. We've bought it before. I want to eat more butter, quite honestly.
Really? I need a vegetable, I think. Yeah?
Hey guys, I'm checking back in. It's the following day, and now I'm about to do a little test to see if each of these butters is good for baking. So what I've got here, we're doing the first round of 5. And in each of these bowls, I have measured out ingredients for a single serving of vegan chocolate chip cookies. So we've got flour, brown sugar, white sugar, baking soda, and a little bit of flax meal in there. I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of each of the butters. We'll see how each of them performs. Okay, so here is what we've got going on. A general advisory. This one, the Miyoko's oat milk butter, completely liquefied and separated when I let it soften. And it hasn't even been sitting out for that long, okay? The Milkadamia one, still, it's softened like regular butter, but it has separated a little bit. The Melt, this one, also pretty darn liquidy. And then the Earth Balance is holding up just like regular softened butter, as is the original Miyoko's vegan butter. So, to be fair, I know some of these are specifically marketed as butter spreads, but any of them that isn't specifically labeled as spread, I would feel like it should be able to be baked with. Am I right?
You're right. So.
Another thought on the topic of how each butter holds up when softened. If you are looking for a vegan butter specifically to use in any sort of frosting, like a buttercream, especially anything that you're gonna try to like pipe out a nice pretty design with, definitely you're gonna wanna pick one of the ones that stays a little bit on the firmer side when softened. So best bets from this first batch are definitely going to be your Miyoko's original and the Earth Balance. This one is behaving pretty well too, but if you go with the Oatmilk Miyoko's or the Melt, you're gonna have a mess on your hands. You're gonna have your frosting melting all over your cupcakes unless you keep them refrigerated. We're about to put some of the test cookies in the oven. This is the first 3 of the first batch. Each little bowl of ingredients ended up making 2 cookies instead of just 1. So this is the Miyoko's oat milk, this is the Milkadamia, and this is the Melt. I have put these in the fridge for about 20 minutes because that's what I always do when I'm making chocolate chip cookies. And we're gonna bake them for about 12 minutes. Then here we have the Earth Balance and the original Miyoko's. These are gonna go into the fridge now to chill so that they can go in the oven after the first batch comes out. And I've also made the cookie dough for the second round of butter tests, so I wanted to go ahead and show you the texture of each of them at room temperature when softened as well. This one held up really nicely, just a slight amount of separation of the oil around the perimeter, but otherwise it's exactly the same, very spreadable. I will say it's much thicker than the texture of real softened butter. This is definitely closer to, I don't know, like almost even a cheese spread. So I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't make like a frosting or anything with it, but we'll see how it fares when baked. Pureblends, pretty much exactly like regular softened margarine, has not separated at all. Plant-based buttery spread, Simple Truth organic. Granted, this one is specifically labeled as a spread, so it is like weirdly neon green. I'm not sure if you can tell in this lighting. I don't know, it's just a very odd color, but texturally, it has really held up. Very spreadable, slightest bit of separation on the top, but Other than that, it's doing well. All right. I almost didn't even want to make a cookie with this because it seemed like a waste of ingredients. And also the smell is just really putting me off still, but the Forager one, as you can tell, major separation, which kind of makes sense because this is like, the brand uses very minimal ingredients. So I would guess that whatever keeps all these things emulsified, maybe there's less of that going on in this product, which, you know, I guess I respect, but definitely would not use this in anything that you want to hold its shape, like any frosting you're gonna pipe out. Yeah, also probably would not set this out on like a cheese board or anything at a party because it's going to liquefy. The cookie dough does look fine though, so we'll see. And then Country Crock, I've baked with this so much, it pretty much softens up, maybe just a tad softer than real butter, but works pretty much the same. Got the cookie dough there. Gonna roll them into balls and also throw them in there to chill. Here's our first batch. So far, they're all looking pretty comparable. Again, Miyoko's Oat, Milkadamia, and Melt. Okay, here we have the Earth Balance and the original Miyoko's. You can see the Earth Balance flattened the least out of all of them. Then this one took on the most color, which I'm not sure if you can tell in this lighting, but check out the guide on my blog and I'll have actual photos. It's been many hours, but now they're all done and they're cooled, so we're gonna go through and taste them all. Okay, let's start with this one.
Miyoko's Oatmilk.
Came out really flat.
Very flat. Should I, like... Delicious.
Are these all just gonna be good?
Mm-hmm.
This was not my favorite flavor of butter, but you don't get the sunflower flavor in this at all. I'm gonna force myself to not eat the entire thing.
Same.
Okay, let's move on to the original Miyoko's. This one browned the most. It's like almost a little crispy.
Yeah, I like that in a cookie.
Ooh, okay.
That's snapped. It's like a little porous.
Crunchy.
This one's better.
You like it better?
Because it's more neutral tasting.
I think I like the first one better.
Yeah?
They're both good though. This one definitely got crispy around the edge. And it kind of like caramelized. It's almost like a brown butter flavor at this point.
I like the texture it took on. Yeah. And
Comes down to preference. Alright. Earth Balance. I have to say, I haven't baked with Earth Balance in a long time. And this looks really good. It looks just very normal. Do you know what I mean?
I think the Melt one looks the best.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it.
The texture of this is really nice.
I agree.
It's chewy. It did get crispy around the edges, like the other one.
I think with the first two, I could find properties of the butter in the cookie, but this one I can't.
I agree.
You know, it's just like a cookie.
I don't think you taste that this is a vegan cookie. You gave it to someone.
I like that.
All right. Melt. I was a little concerned because when I had softened it, it basically turned into a liquid. But
It really did.
But like this one ended up being, it has the most height. You know what I mean? It didn't spread as
Didn't
much.
flatten.
Which is not what I would have expected.
Yeah. That looks like a dense nugget of cookiness. Cookies. That's the best one.
Really? I can taste it. The flavor.
No. I got a lot of chocolate chips, that's why.
I can taste it.
It's
a little vegetable oil.
I'm gonna try to...
I guess I really didn't need to put chocolate chips in this taste test, but yeah.
I mean, it's not bad by any means, but when you focus on just the cookie part, you can taste oil.
Yeah.
So far, I would not recommend any of these.
I don't think I would bake with this.
But you have, right? Ever?
I only use this to saute and like spread on toast.
Okay, so Melt.
Earth Balance is my front runner so far.
I like these two. Earth Balance and the OG Miyoko's.
Okay. Califia Farms avocado oil, plant butter.
My fingertips are so greasy.
This one's kind of lumpy. It almost looks like an oatmeal cookie.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a middle, no chocolate bite. Beautiful texture. I think what we're gonna find is the ones I like most for spreading on bread, aka the salty, more flavorful ones. I'm gonna like the opposite ones for the baking and the cookies. The plainer, more mild, less salty ones, right? Because if you're using butter, you'd use unsalted butter.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this was one of the plainer ones.
It's worth saying I didn't add salt to any of these cookie doughs because all of these, I think, for the most part, were salted. So I don't taste any like weird flavor.
I might like this one the best.
It's very chewy.
This was the one with the tiger nut that tasted weird.
And it almost looks like, remember, it looks like a cheese spread, is what I said earlier. Look at that.
Yeah, it's very yellow.
So thick. Alright. This is probably my favorite so far, but I don't know if it costs more than Earth's Balance, so I'm not sure if that's entirely worth it. But we'll see.
Cost aside, this is my winner so far.
Okay.
In between this portion of the video and the bread and butter portion of the video, we've decided that the Milkadamia one is probably the favorite for dipping. So I wonder if it'll translate
dipping
to
and
baking.
spreading. I've been spreading this on we had a leftover baguette, and I've been eating that all morning with this.
Because we thought we were going to eat 2 whole baguettes and we ate half of one for the taste test.
This one looks nice. It did spread a lot, so it's quite thin like the first one.
This was a very melty one, wasn't it?
It didn't melt too much.
No? Okay, I'm wrong.
It's not liquidy. Look.
Oh, no, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
This tastes like macadamia nuts to me.
I get that a little bit, but I do like that.
Me too. But I couldn't taste that at all. Just
right.
when I put it on bread.
It makes sense, right? Because cooking nuts, like, they develop that, like, toasty flavor. Huh.
I mean, if you're making macadamia white chocolate chip cookies, absolutely use that. Because it's going to, like, just mildly enhance that flavor of macadamia-ishness.
Wow. I really do like that. Because I love white chocolate macadamia, like cranberry cookies.
If you snuck that in to a chocolate chip cookie, people would just be like, oh, I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. Oh, it's like the secret ingredient. And you're like, hint of macadamia flavor.
All right.
That's good.
Pureblends. Avocado oil. This one also looks very normal. I don't know. Oh, it's very soft. And the cookie dough is very soft too, I noticed, which surprised me because this didn't melt in, like, substantially.
Yeah.
It's not like liquidy, but the cookie dough is super loose and this is like falling apart.
Yeah. That one tastes bad to me. Like the cookie by itself tastes weird. It's a little too soft. I don't
It just tastes like a store-bought cookie to me, like a grocery store of the kind that come in like a clamshell.
Yeah. Why though? Oh, this is the one that's the first ingredient's water.
Yeah.
Very thin.
that's
why
why.
it evaporated.
Well.
My least favorite. What do you think?
It's not spectacular. It just tastes like a generic like grocery store cookie to me. All right, another one that kind of looks lumpy and
Oatmeal-ish?
oatmeal cookie-ish. The plant-based spread by Simple Truth Organic. Also very soft. Didn't flatten out as much as some of the other ones. And then this is one of the other ones that kind of stayed pretty thick looking when it softened. We get a little bit of that oil flavor again.
It's like a cupcakey flavor. Fluffy though.
Yeah.
It's like this last one to me. It's not as strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little hint of a flavor I don't want to taste in the cookie. What?
This next one, the Forager.
What was wrong with it? You're giving me a look.
I hated this one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It's so gross. I might make you just try it and confirm that it's not disgusting before I eat any.
Okay.
I don't see any pieces that don't have chocolate though. That may be the saving grace.
Here.
No.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Not one of the tops, but if I gave it to you, you wouldn't know which one it was.
Right. Okay. Fine.
It's fine. It's very neutral. It like doesn't not give me anything.
All right. The last one. I'm kind of worried because this has been my default for baking.
The Country
And
Crock.
I think maybe it's not the best one. Very chewy.
Ooh, I like crispy outside, chewy inside.
See, I'm getting the oil flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It almost tastes like, you know, the Gardein fishless fillets. It tastes like that. Why?
I don't get that. I like it.
It's not bad.
I'm not getting any particularly strong, oily, gross flavor.
It tastes like oil to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Favorite?
Maybe the Califia?
Yeah?
That bite was like all chocolate.
I think mine might be the Earth Balance, yeah? Yeah.
Earth Balance?
It's the Earth Balance for me. This tastes nostalgic to me.
Miyoko's is good, but for the price,
Yeah. I mean,
I have mine.
I would just say no to this one.
Mm-hmm.
No to this one. Nothing else is like a hard no, but...
My 3 favorites are the Earth Balance, the Califia Farms, and the Milkadamia for that extra touch of
dimension,
new flavor.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm full now.
You're full?
Yeah.
I think I agree with your estimation of things.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So these 2 are no's. These are our 3 winners.
Yeah.
And let's feed
So
the
this
rest
is
to
like
our
the
friends.
overall, like, Big Daddy.
The champ. This is like the OG Earth Balance is your budget pick,
Yeah.
and this is your fancy boy pick.
Which is funny, because, like, even this is, like, I think more expensive than real butter, but...
Yeah.
Vegan stuff, you know?
Real butter, they have an advantage, as in they have billions of cows producing milk constantly.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for watching.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what category you would like us to taste test next. Mm-hmm. I think we're leaning burgers.
Oh, yeah.
We have a ton of vegan burgers
in
our freezer right now. Mm-hmm. Specifically the kind that are supposed to be, I was going to say lifelike. Not lifelike. You know, like raw beef, right. Raw beef-like. The Beyond Burger family of burgers, not like Boca.
Yeah, and also not like black bean and corn Southwestern burgers. Mm-hmm. Like the ones that are supposed to be like meat. Mm-hmm. I was going to say a dead animal, but I figured that was a little crass, but it's true.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for eating bread and butter with me.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.